Okay, I am going to make a video about all of the books that I've purchased from Usborne to help homeschool my kindergartner. So I have a whole set for first grade as well, but I'm going to focus today just on the kindergarten books. He's currently in kindergarten, he's 6, and these are everything we've been using and are still planning to use. And I'm an Usborne Books and More consultant, so I've gotten most of these, either free or with a discount, so we have quite a few. And I've kind of tried to divvy them up into subjects, so we'll see how this goes. It's a little messy in here, but in the first section we have, and some of these are not just like Usborne as the publisher. We have other books like Kane Miller and different things, and you'll see that as we go. We have some Shine a Lights, which are really neat books, and I'll show those. But anyway, this is kind of my math section. Now, this is not none of these are really my main curriculum, but these are just kind of like supplements, just kind of fun books that I really like. Usborne's books. My son also really likes them. He's really engaged. They're very interactive, and they have been a big help with some of these concepts. So he's learning about time. So we have the Lift the Flap Telling the Time book. It's kind of our math section. We actually haven't gone through this a whole lot. We just kind of introduced time to him not that long ago, so I just got this, and we haven't really gone through it much yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it looks just really fun. It's got a lot of little lift the flaps and stuff, as you see here, and it's just got little tidbits of information, and there's, because they're doing something interactive like lifting the flaps and stuff, and it's just small pieces, he really enjoys it, and I feel like he remembers it better. So we have a lot of these books. You'll see as we go through a lot of different of the Lift the Flap books. So, okay, the next books I have 2 of these. This one is How Deep is the Sea, and the other one is How Big is a Million. It has pictures of snowflakes and stuff. Fantastic picture books. It's just a fun way to kind of learn about things. It's like, a picture book, and a story, and about a curious little penguin. And my son happens to really like penguins anyway, so these have been awesome. Again, there are just great reviews on these, so this is a fun one. Then we have the Wipe Clean First Math, and he's kind of been working through that, and he loves this book. I mean, he likes most of our Wipe Cleans, but I think the math is probably his absolute favorite. So we've got several of these as well. And here's the Telling the Time one, and it's the same thing. They just kind of have different ways to practice the time, and he can, if he messes up, he can just erase it real quick, which he really likes. So anyway, those are good. And then I cannot say enough good things about this, but when I got it, I thought it would probably be a little young for him, or it wouldn't last that long, and I have a younger son as well, but I love this book. I think it has been amazing. It has really helped him. Like the beginning, it's like 1, 2, 3. And he really was past that when we got this, but he really enjoyed it. He thought it was fun. However, as you see, it quickly starts getting to bigger numbers. It starts going by tens. And what I like about it is in kindergarten, we introduced skip counting, counting by 2s, by 5s, by 10s. And what I love about this is, like, see, here's the 30. They group them like by 5s. And so he got to practice his counting by 5s in a fun, engaging way, and it really helped. He struggled actually a lot with the counting. He was great at counting by 10s, but the counting by 5s he really, really struggled with. And this book is what totally triggered it for him. Like this page specifically, because each house has 5 windows on it. I just think this book's fantastic. It teaches multiplication, the basis of multiplication and stuff. And I just love it. He loves it. He likes trying to find the different things, like the octopus, and and this fish has a necklace on, and things like that. He just loved it. So this is an absolute must-have, I feel like. So okay, now we're moving on to our science section. For body stuff, we have See Inside Your Body. Again, it's got a bunch of flaps that they can lift. I feel like we're going to go through this a little bit more in first grade, but we have gone through some of it. He really liked going through like the digestive organs and all that fun stuff. He's a boy, so, you know, he liked to see how food was processed and all that. So that's been fun. Anyway, it goes through all the different body parts, organs, systems, and it's not, you know, over information. It's just kind of the right amount of information for him, and he loved it. So we haven't gone through this whole thing, but like I said, I think we'll do more of it in first grade. We also have this one, which is a Shine a Light book, like I was talking about. These books are so neat, and he loves them. And what you do is, it gives nonfiction information in an interesting way. And then, I don't have a flashlight with me, but if you shine a light on the back side of this, I don't know if I can get the sun. You can kind of see it right there. The sun's going through it. It'll show a hidden image. So this is what it looks like normally. And then if you get a light behind it, it kind of does that. And then as you flip it over, it tells you about, sorry, my son just came in. Anyway, and it talks about the muscles and, your lungs, and it just goes through different things. So this is just a really fun book to go through, and we've got several of these. Here's more of what I call science-y stuff, and this is more of the nature. We have another Shine a Light. It's Secrets of Winter, and again, it's a fun one. We have another one upstairs too called Secrets of the Apple Tree, and that one is really fun, especially I feel like the summer and fall. It's got a lot of planting and that kind of thing. So anyway, you get the idea. This one, it's just really neat and a fun way to introduce some of these concepts. Very first, our world book. We love all these My Very First ones. We have the My Very First Space, and we also have the My Very First Castle. He just poured over that. He still does, and he's had it for a long time. But these books are just great. And these pages, same as the counting book, are nice, like thick board pages. So anyway, I feel like these are just going to last a long time. Talks about all kinds of stuff, changing seasons, different habitats, deserts, rivers, frozen poles, and it's just fun. He just loves this. So we have that one. We have, I got this. This is from Usborne, but it is not an Usborne published book. But you can get it from the website. It's just a cute book. It goes through different habitats, and it's, you see what's above the surface, and then it shows you some fun things with information about what's below the surface, the rainforest, the canopy, and then what's below the canopy, and, the ocean. And anyway, this has been a great addition to our science stuff, because we've kind of been going through our habitats. Love these two. My first reference book, and I have both of them, Nature and Our World, and I've kind of tabbed off the nature one because we've been going through like a lot of nature-y stuff lately. So again, so cute. The illustrations are just great. It is just the right amount of information for him with the pictures. I mean, he really has picked up so much information from these, yet it's not overwhelming at all. And the illustrations are just gorgeous. So anyway, we like them. They're both like that. This one is, like I said, just about nature. This one has a little bit of nature stuff in it, but it's got, there's actually a little snippet of the contents there. It's got more what I call social studies stuff in it as well. So, but weather, and it's neat, the water cycle. So anyway, I cannot say enough good things about these books. Clearly, we have a huge set of them. These are the beginner books. These books are just amazing. This is actually a new title that I haven't even gone through this yet. That just came out. So let's see if I can get the page to open. My son is obsessed with these books. We probably have 10 more upstairs on like trains, planes, just different things. Anyway, they're on just about every subject you can imagine. We just did a unit on penguins, and so we went through this book, and like I said, we have a ton of these, and they are really good price for what you get. The information, they're hardback. The information you get is just fantastic. The photos are gorgeous. I can't say enough good things. So anyway, we have a ton of these. So okay, then the next part is more Lift the Flap. These are the question and answers. We have animals and just general. These are so fun to go through. Where do fish sleep? And then some Some find cracks in rocks to hide in, but many just float in the water resting. Fish don't have eyelids that close, so they always look awake. And just cute little facts. And it goes through the where, the how, the why, yes or no, what, which. So anyway, I actually have learned so much from this book. I love sitting down and just going through it. I find myself after he's done just continuing to flip through because it's just kind of fascinating little fun facts, I guess you'd say. Okay, and now we're kind of moving into, we have our children's encyclopedia, which is, again, I feel like even if you're not homeschooling or something, this is another must-have. The Count to 100 and this one and those beginner books, I just feel like are absolute must-haves. I'll just kind of quickly, it's got all kinds of good stuff in it. The photos are gorgeous. The information is great. This is probably his favorite book. I actually had to go up and get it out of his bedroom to do this because he will not let me keep it downstairs. He likes to read a page or two out of it every single night as he's going to bed, and he just flips through and finds something that kind of catches his eye and just likes to just pore over it. And he sleeps with it, like in the bed with him. So he loves this book. And we are going to be using this for years. So this has been great. Anyway, I feel like this is an absolute must-have. I had read another review that mentioned this and, inspired me to get it, and I'm so glad I did. So there's that one. Then these are, we kind of have done this with a supplement to our history stuff that we've been talking about. I kind of just let him pick on history and science the things he's interested in. We do have a little bit of a science curriculum, but we do a lot of supplementing just books from the library and things. And he's so into castles and knights and stuff. So these have been awesome books. We have several of the look inside, and this is just the castle one to show you, but tons of information. I mean, there are like 7 flaps just on this page. It's just crazy. And he loves this. I mean, we have them in space and all different kinds of topics. So depending on what your child's interested in. But I mean, it is so fun. It is really just neat. There's just so much on each page, and there's just a lot to look at. He just loves this. So for us, again, this is a must-have because he's obsessed with castles. And this is one of those beginner books we have on castles. He actually got this for Christmas in his stocking, and that's how much he loves these books. So anyway, these are great. Okay, moving on to our art. We have the big book of colors. I'm actually a painter, and I found this book really fascinating. It talks about all of the different, it's got a page per color, and it just goes through tons of different color names and stuff. So it's been really fun. But what I like about it the best is 2 things. I love this. It's got a little color wheel on it, which has been great. So that's fun. And then let's see, on the back, if I can find it, there is, it tells you about moods for colors, which I thought was kind of cool, interesting. And this is fun. This has got like a clear page here that you can flip over, and it kind of blends the colors to change. So that's fun. It's like, okay, well, what happens if you mix yellow and red? You get orange, So that has been fun for him to kind of help him remember what colors make what. And the blue and red makes purple and yellow, you get the idea. So anyway, he likes that. That's been fun. We have the step-by-step drawing book. I will be honest, somebody else had reviewed this for kindergarten. My son is not a big drawer. He really doesn't like drawing all that much. He's getting there, but he's just not a huge fan of it. So this book, we have done a few out of this, and I feel like it's just a little over him. We have done the castles one, for example, and a couple others. I think there was a bat we did. Anyway, I think we're going to end up using this more in first grade. But I do love this book. I think it is really neat, and it has just tons and tons of pages. So it's a really thick book for what you get. So I do really like these. They've got them in other categories or whatever, like a dinosaur one. I can't remember all of them they have, but anyway, so that's just the original drawing. Then we have, and he likes these better, the Wipe Clean Doodles. And that's fun. I mean, these are, he likes it. I feel like you could probably use these for preschool maybe as well, especially if your kid was more interested in drawing. But for him, it's like, And it looks like I haven't used these, but I just peel this back slightly, pull my pen out, and then put it back in there so I don't lose these pens. I also have the drawing book, and it gives him some outlines, then he can draw some stuff in it. It has cute little things it tells you to give you kind of ideas. He loved this page, of course, because there's castles on it. But anyway, so this has been fun. I love these books. They are so sturdy. And then he also really likes this. This is the fingerprint activities book. I'm going to end up getting the other one, I think. He made raindrops on that page. There's one for dinosaurs we haven't done yet. We just flip through and find a page he likes. And we did the bug one. You can kind of see he made like a little rainbow caterpillar. Anyway, these are just so cute and fun, and I really like this book. Also, I feel like, and I use this for homeschool. We go through this. This is called the Usborne Illustrated Classics. There are so many of these, and we have probably 6 of the, I'm sorry, I'm not even on there. The Usborne Illustrated books. This one is called Illustrated Classics, Action Stories for Young Readers. I can't remember. There's like the princesses one, and fairy tales, I think is what that one is. And we have that one, and we have Huckleberry Finn is another one. Actually, that one just came out. He's already been going through that. He loves it. And what I do at his age, I mean, I read it to him, and we pick a story a day, and we read through it. And these books are so just gorgeous. They're thick. The illustrations are lovely. He loves them. They're so fun, and I like that he is getting classic stories. And he's only in kindergarten, like he's 6 years old, and he's getting to go through a lot of these classic stories because they are written in a way that it would be perfect for, it depends on the ones you get, what age range it's for, but even like the Huckleberry Finn, and I have, what's the other one, Charles Dickens, I have both of those, and we go through those. They're really more for, I think it's like 8 or 9 and up. Sorry, my son just came in again. Anyway, but I read them aloud, and he has no problem with it. He loves it. He follows them fine. So anyway, I feel like you should at least have 1 or 2 of these in every house to go through, but we use them as read alouds. We also have some space books. These are our 2 favorite space books. We have them, My Very First Space, if I can get it open. And again, these are like the thick board pages. It talks about all kinds of stuff, what astronauts do in space, planets, how they get training for going up in space stations, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, they're really just gorgeous books, sturdy, great bite-sized chunks of information in here. That is just perfect for his age. I love them. So he loves them. And then we have the Big Book of Stars and Planet. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh. And my husband actually does a lot of astronomy, and he found these really just beautiful. So look at that. I mean, it's huge fold-out pages. Sorry, he keeps coming in. Anyway, they have these huge fold-out pages, just beautiful illustrations and stuff. So again, another fold-out page. So we love these. These have been just fun. We have several of these. This is just our space one that we have, and it's the one we actually use, for homeschooling. He's got some other ones like trains and different ones that are more like for fun. But anyway, neat stuff. So these big books are great. Okay, last but not least, we have kind of what we do for our reading and phonics stuff. So we have our phonics readers. I love these. He loves these. They're so cute and fun. And we have the, where you can buy them in the sets. So they're like hardback and they're thicker. You can buy them individually. We have a couple, but I feel like the sets are just a really good deal. They're $14.99 for, I think it's 6 stories. Let me see. Actually, it might be more than that. No, okay, it is 6 stories. So anyway, and the illustrations are, these are 2 different illustrators that did these. This is one set here, and they're so cute. They're so funny. The Underpants for Ants one's probably his favorite out of this one. These are so funny. And then this one is a different illustrator, really cute. Raccoon on the Moon. And different ones. Mole in a Hole. I mean, they're just so cute. So anyway, I feel like you got to have a couple of these, but I feel like the sets are the best deal. So anyway, we love them. We end up buying both sets. So the other thing we have is the My First Reader set. These are so good. We have just the small set. There's a larger set, which I kind of wish we'd purchased. The larger set is paperback, and this one is hardback. And sorry, I had to grab something. And they start out as dual readers, which means my dog might squeak his toy in the background here. Which means they start out, mom or dad reads a section at the top. Sorry. Mom or dad reads a section at the top, and then the child only has to read this part. They're cute, they're funny, which I feel like helps keep them engaged, because I know for my son anyway, he gets frustrated when he cannot read very quickly, and it's choppy, and he feels like he's kind of like unable to get the full story. I don't know if that's making sense, but it's got a lot more information in it because it's got sections that the moms and dads read, but then it's also just got a small chunk that they have to read, easy words. It does get harder. About halfway through it switches, I don't know if it's halfway through actually. It does towards the end though, it switches to where, and we haven't gotten there, where it's just all child read. He loves this book. Right now, I still have to read this to him as a read aloud. I just pick a few words out of it that he can read because he just loves this book, so I read it to him. But he's not quite able to read this by himself. So they're really cute books, and he loves it. And it comes with this nice little case that's very sturdy. So I don't know if I can get it back in there. Anyway, and the other ones, we have another Wipe Clean book, Words to Copy. And so he traces it, and then he writes it himself, and it's kind of a nice way to get some handwriting practice in. That's more fun for him than his normal handwriting curriculum. We do these usually on Fridays. He does his regular handwriting curriculum the rest of the week. And then Lift the Flap Word Book. I thought these were only for preschoolers when I had first learned about them, and a lot of people recommended them for kindergarten, for any age child that's learning to read. And they have been really, really nice. We really like this book. He asks to do this book all the time. So what it'll do is it'll have a picture on this side, and each animal has a flap, and then it says the name of the animal underneath the flap. And then on this side, it does the opposite. It says the name of the animal, and then you lift it up, and it shows you the picture. And so it's self-correcting. He can sit there, hold this book, read the word, sound it out, say what he thinks it is, flip it open, and voila, that is what it is. Or over here, he can pick something and tell me how he thinks it's spelled, and then flip it open. And that's, anyway, so he loves this. And it has just been great. I feel like it's no pressure. It's really thick board pages. It's got a variety of stuff in it. So great book. Highly recommend this. So anyway, this I feel, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much the gist of what we use as far as our Usborne and Kane Miller, I guess, the different publishers' books that we have that we use for our kindergarten homeschool. We have other ones, of course, that we read and we love and that are more picture books and stuff, but this was the gist that I used for homeschool. I hope that's been helpful. If any of you guys have any questions or you want more detailed reviews of inside the pages or that kind of thing, or if there's a book that you guys have been wondering about, you can ask me about. I have, like I said, so many of them, but I'd be happy to go through them with you. So hope this has been helpful.